Good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Lee, the athletic director of Salle-Peru Township High School. And on behalf of Salle-Peru High School's administration, the Hall of Honor Committee, and the LPHS Foundation, I would like to welcome you all to the induction ceremony portion of the Hall of Honor celebration this weekend. So I would like to welcome all of our inductees, families, friends, and members of the community here tonight. Tonight, LPHS is excited and honored to recognize 8 individuals and 2 teams and celebrate their achievements as students, faculty, and alumni of Salle-Peru Township High School. I'm sure it's safe to say that when tonight's inductees found out about this honor, the last thing they expected would be a former Ottawa Pirate leading the ceremony. For those who are unaware, this is my first year as the athletic director here at Salle-Peru High School, and yes, I am an Ottawa alum and a former employee of Ottawa High School for the last 10 years. But however, despite all my years at the rival school, I am truly honored to be in the same room amongst all of you tonight. In preparation for this weekend's festivities, I had the opportunity to read all the nomination forms, all the newspaper articles, and yearbook recaps documenting all of your accomplishments. What was most inspiring to me was the variety in those accomplishments, which ranged from athletics to academics, from achievements as LPHS students to accomplishments, to achievements as graduates of LPHS, from contributions to Salle-Peru High School to making a difference in our community, state, and country. By setting a standard of excellence, you are a major part of the proud history of this school, and you have paved the path for our current LPHS students, staff, and future Cavaliers to follow. And now, we will recognize each inductee for the formal induction. We will have Dr. Robleski and Jane Riva at the table here to present to you with your Hall of Honor medallion. So, inductees and representatives of inductees, if you would please make your way to the stage, to the table when invited to. When I call you, that would be great. Inductee this evening is not represented here, but his name stands forever on this campus in our historic football stadium, Mr. Howard Fellows. Mr. Fellows was a LaSalle-Peru High School coach, mathematics teacher, and athletic director. He coached basketball, football, track and field, swimming, and tennis. Mr. Fellows served the district from 1913 to 1959, with the last 31 years of his career in the athletic director role. On the 45th anniversary of his tenure in the district in 1958, the football stadium was named in his honor. At this time, please join me in recognizing Mr. Howard Fellows. Our second individual inductee tonight is also being inducted posthumously, Dr. Thomas McCormick. Dr. McCormick was the superintendent of LaSalle-Peru High School from 1903 to 1932, and he was also the founder of LPO Junior College, better known today as Illinois Valley Community College. Dr. McCormick also established the Bureau of Educational Counsel at LPHS to provide guidance and psychological counseling to students. This was the first of its kind in a public high school. Today, his legacy remains at LPHS with the Thomas J. McCormick Memorial Library in view upon entrance to the school. Dr. McCormick's great-grandson, Parrish, sent a few words on behalf of his family. The McCormick family is grateful for this honor being bestowed upon Dr. McCormick this evening. We wish to thank the Hall of Honor organizers and the school for this thoughtful recognition of our ancestor. Dr. McCormick loved this community and this school. Raised in New York City, he transferred for his second year of legal studies from Columbia University Law School to the Chicago Law School. Admitted to the Illinois bar, he never practiced law, but pursued lifelong teaching and writing in Salle-Peru, first at the Open Court Publishing Company, and then as superintendent of LPHS and founder of LPO Junior College. Dr. McCormick viewed education as the means for all people to reach their fullest human potential, the perfect blending of human body and spirit. The architectural, intellectual, and art treasures of the high school reflect that. It is no surprise that this tradition of excellence continues today in LP's superb sports programs, rigorous curriculum, and the excellence with which the halls of this remarkable high school are maintained. Keep up the great work. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Thomas McCormick. Next, we will induct Dr. Elizabeth Small, who was unable to attend this evening. Dr. Small graduated from Salle-Peru High School in 1969 and as an LP student, she was involved in several clubs and received awards such as the Kara Scholarship and the Boston Home Science Award. She attended Johns Hopkins University and practiced dermatology for 32 years in Louisiana and Illinois. The Elizabeth Small MD and DOTE Scholarship was established at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine in 1998, and in 2017 she received the Johns Hopkins University Association Distinguished Alumnus Award. She now resides in Dallas, Texas, where she volunteers at several different organizations. She too provided a statement for this evening that will be read. Distinguished members of the Awards Committee, Superintendent Robleski, fellow honorees, friends, and family members in attendance. As a proud third-generation graduate of Salle-Peru High School, I am very honored and thrilled to become a member of the Hall of Honor. My 4 years at LP were the basis for my future success in life. I was the recipient of an excellent foundational education that prepared me for the challenges of the medical profession. Most importantly, I learned that life's fulfillment is realized only by using one's talents to help those in our community succeed in life and attain their dreams and goals. I will forever be a Cavalier, go red and green. Thank you for this honor. I am very proud to be a member of the Hall of Honor of LP High School. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Next is Dr. Melvin Hani. Dr. Hani intended to join us this weekend, but on his drive in from Nebraska yesterday, he approached the snowstorm. So here to accept on his behalf are two of his former students, Kathy Castevens and Liz Bishop. Dr. Hani served at LP High School as the assistant band director from 1963 to 1970 and as the head band director from 1970 to 1980. In 1972, he led the LP band to top honors in marching show and concert in Vienna, Austria. At this international competition amongst bands from across the world, Dr. Hani was awarded the William Ravelli Conducting Fellowship during this competition. After leaving LP, he led the music department at Bradley University and served as Wisconsin's music and fine arts consultant. Although he could not attend tonight, he did provide a statement as well. Dr. Hani writes, "While I've taught in 4 states, the time at Salle-Peru is an especially treasured memory. Working with the band students was a source of inspiration and joy. Because of the work of the band directors before me, Lee Peterson, Daryl Fetters, and Chris Izzo, the band had a history of excellence, and the LP community's expectation of excellence was reflected in the students. When asked to go beyond good and aspire to be great, the students responded to us. Jimmy Brown, our percussion instructor, and Tom Swain, our assistant band director, and myself. I have told the band alumni at various band reunions that I learned more from them than I'm sure they learned from me, and I sincerely thank them, one and all, for their tutelage. I greatly appreciate this award, and I want them to know that they all, and Tom and Jimmy, own a piece of this honor." Please give a round of applause for Dr. Melvin. Next, we will induct the first of our 2 teams this evening, the 2008 varsity volleyball team. Will the members of the team here tonight please make their way to the stage? The 2008 Lady Cavalier volleyball team set the school record for wins at 36, finishing with an overall record of 36-1. In the regular season, the team went 34-0, which included a perfect 10-0 record in conference, winning the NCIC championship and winning tournaments in Springfield, Pontiac, Dixon, and Manuka. The team went on to the postseason, winning the Rock Island Regional. In the sectional, the Lady Cavs dropped their only match of the year in a competitive 3-setter against Burlington Central, who went on to place second in state. The 2008 team earned the IHSA Team Academic Award and had the 7th best start in state history at that time. Team members here this evening are Alyssa Vukovic, Megan Hernandez, and Sammy Heerman. And the coaches as well, head coach Mark Haberhorn and assistant coach Amanda Harding. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2008 varsity volleyball team. Our next individual inductee is a 1975 graduate of Salle-Peru High School, Mrs. Sue Marshall. Please welcome her to the stage. As a student, she was a three-sport athlete while also achieving high scholarship for 3 semesters. Mrs. Marshall played on the first interscholastic basketball team at LP and advanced to state in the 400-yard dash, making her the first female LP student to compete at the state track meet. After graduating, she continued her academic and athletic careers at Illinois State University. Mrs. Marshall then returned to LP, serving as a counselor for 23 years. She was a major contributor to bringing the Renaissance program to LPHS, which is still going strong today, as well as Challenge Day, which is returning to LP this school year. In the community, she has been an active member of Grace United Methodist Church for 36 years, serving on a variety of committees. Please join me in recognizing Mrs. Sue Marshall. Tonight's second team being inducted is the 1978 football team. Will the members of the team please come to the stage at this time? The 1978 Cavaliers compiled a 10-3 record that season. After dropping the first 2 games of the year, the team went on to win 10 straight, which included back-to-back come-from-behind victories over Ottawa and Germany. The Cavaliers added 3 more conference wins to solidify the conference championship. LP entered the playoffs with a 7-2 record and won their first 3 playoff games over Peoria Woodruff, Peoria Manual, and Danville before dropping the Class 4A state final for a second consecutive runner-up finish in state. The 1978 Cavaliers were led by head coach Joe Marini and co-coaches Jerry Panizzi, Bruce Bauer, and Ray Works. Tri-captains were Bob Windy, John DiCarlo, and Greg Radicek. The team MVP was Greg Ostrowski, who passed for over 1,300 yards that season. I know we might be missing some people here tonight, but here are the members who had RSVP'd, so we'll read them all here. Representing the team tonight will be Bob Baker, Pete Bray, Kevin DeGrush, John DiCarlo, Jim Dresbach, Brian Greffner, Tim Kaskewitz, Scott Quitt, Greg Ostrowski, Andy Peterson, Rich Weber, Bob Windy, head coach Joe Marini, and co-coaches Bruce Bauer and Jerry Panizzi. second inductee is 1969 graduate of LPHS, Mr. Gary Whitney. A three-sport student athlete, he scored 387 career points in football, was named to the state all-term second team in basketball in 1968 when the team advanced to the state finals, and was on the third ever Cavalier baseball team to advance to the state finals. As a Cavalier football player, he was recognized by Coach's Athlete magazine as a top 100 All-American his junior year, and earned all-state selections from 4 different state publications in his senior year. Mr. Whitney continued his academic and football careers at the University of Illinois and was a 2-year starter at defensive cornerback. He also served as kick holder, kick returner, and punt returner. Mr. Whitney remains in the top 10 in Fighting Illini football history in 5 different punt return categories, including second in career punt return average. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Whitney. Next, we will induct Dr. Gary Novak, class of 1970. Dr. Novak was a first-team member of the All-State basketball team in 1970. As a senior, he led the LP basketball team to a 29-3 record and Elite 8 appearance in the state tournament while averaging 26 points and 20 rebounds per game. He continued his academic and athletic careers at Notre Dame, where he started 85 consecutive games for the Irish and earned team MVP honors his sophomore year. His 1974 Notre Dame team ended UCLA's 88-game winning streak and placed third in the NCAA Regional Championship. Dr. Novak was then drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 5th round of the 1974 NBA Draft. Academically, he graduated with high honors from Notre Dame, completed his medical licensure, and has practiced internal medicine in Wilmette since 1981. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Gary Novak. For our final inductee this evening, we are going to keep it in the family. There are a lot of Whitneys in the building tonight. Please welcome to the stage from the class of 1957, Mr. Robert Bo Whitney. Mr. Whitney earned all-conference first-team honors in both football and basketball in the Big 8. As a junior, he led the Cavalier basketball team to a 20-7 record, which included a trip to the Super Sectional. He averaged 17.1 points and 10 rebounds per game. As a senior, when the team finished with a 19-6 record and a regional championship, he scored 829 career points as a Cavalier and also achieved All-State honorable mention. Mr. Whitney was named a top 50 basketball player in LPHS history in 2007, and he was inducted into the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2010. Outside of athletics, Mr. Whitney has served on several boards and received numerous awards for his volunteer services. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Bo Whitney. As we begin to wrap up, I would like to remind everyone again of the post-induction ceremony gathering at the 101 Supper Club. To our inductees, the achievements and contributions that you have accomplished are truly extraordinary, and these 8 individuals and 2 teams are now forever enshrined as the second class ever to be inducted into the LPHS Hall of Honor. According to the school song, Red and Green, there's a quote in there that says, "School of honor, glory and fame, with true pride we're praising your name." And tonight we are proud to praise all of you for the honor and glory you've brought to this school. On behalf of Salle-Peru High School, I again am privileged to present to you the Hall of Honor class of 2019. Again, we thank you all for coming. We hope everyone enjoyed this the festivities tonight, and we look forward to seeing some of you at the 101 Summer Club. Thank you again very much.